Deep in the heart of the Azure Sea, where the sun's rays danced upon the water's surface, lived a mermaid with hair like flowing aqua. Her name was Mia. One day, as she was swimming through the coral reef, she saw something unusual. A tiny kitten with wide, frightened eyes was stuck on a piece of driftwood that had floated away from the shore. The kitten meowed pitifully, and its cries echoed through the stillness of the sea. Determined to help, Mia approached the driftwood cautiously. As she got closer, she could see that the kitten was very scared. Its fur was wet and matted, and it trembled with fear. Without hesitation, Mia reached out a hand, her touch as gentle as the ocean's lullaby. The kitten, sensing her kindness, stopped struggling and looked up at her with trust. With the kitten securely nestled in her arms, Mia turned towards the setting sun. Its golden rays were filtering through the water, creating a breathtaking sight. The sky was painted with hues of orange, pink, and purple, and the clouds reflected in the rippling waves. It was a mesmerizing spectacle, but Mia couldn't fully appreciate it. Her attention was focused on the kitten, ensuring its safety and well-being. As the last sliver of the sun dipped below the horizon, Mia and the kitten were enveloped in the soft glow of twilight. Guided by instinct, Mia began swimming towards the faint lights that twinkled in the distance. She knew there was a small coastal town not far from where she found the kitten, and she hoped to return it to the mainland as soon as possible. The water around them grew darker, and the playful colors of the coral reef faded into the inky blue of the deep ocean. Bioluminescent creatures began to emerge, their tiny lights twinkling like stars. The kitten, snuggled close to Mia, seemed mesmerized by the magical underwater world around them. Its eyes, wide with wonder, reflected the sparkling lights, making it seem as though the kitten was bewitched by the ocean's enchantment. As they swam deeper into the ocean's embrace, the sounds of the surfaced world slowly faded away. The gentle lapping of waves against the shore, the cries of seagulls and the rustling of leaves in the evening breeze were replaced by the hushed whispers of the deep. The only sound that broke the silence was the soft padding of the kitten's paws against Mia's arm as it walked on water, its tiny claws gripping her hand like a vice. Finally, after what felt like hours, the faint lights of the town became clearer, beckoning them closer. As they approached, the familiar sounds of the surface world returned, carrying with them the promise of safety and warmth. The distant lights grew brighter, revealing the welcoming sight of the town nestled along the coastline. Mia's heart lifted as she saw the lights of the houses and the faint glow of the street lamps. With renewed vigor, she swam towards the nearest beach, where the soft, white sand met the rolling waves. As the first rays of sunlight touched the horizon, painting the sky with the promise of a new day, Mia emerged from the water. Holding the now purring kitten close, she waded into the shallows, her mermaid tail disappearing beneath the surface. On the beach, Mia carefully made her way through the damp sand, keeping an eye out for any sign of life. She needed to find the kitten's mother and reunite the two. Just when she began to lose hope, she heard a faint mewing sound. Following the sound, she found a small group of cats huddled together, their eyes wide with worry. As Mia approached, one of the cats, a sleek gray tabby, stood up and let out a loud meow. Mia, understanding the urgency in its voice, quickly knelt down and gently placed the kitten on the ground. In a moment that tugged at her heartstrings, the gray tabby nudged the kitten, and a chorus of happy meows filled the air. The reunion of the lost kitten with its feline family was a sight that brought tears to Mia, and as she watched them, she knew that her adventure under the glowing sunset was more than just a rescue mission. It was a reminder of the beauty and wonder that existed in every corner of her underwater kingdom.